Aloha, my name is Jim Cooper and I'm the current board president of First Unitarian Church of Honolulu. Today I'll be summarizing the Restoration and Reparations chapter from the Widening the Circle of Concern, the report of the UA Commission on Institutional Change. The reparations definitions in this chapter contain phrases like repairing, healing, and restoring, the concept of well-being, of creating a horizon of possibilities, and it calls for a national reckoning leading to spiritual renewal. Clearly, reparations involves more than just monetary payments that many of us think of when we hear that word. In addition to truth-telling, accountability, and the willingness to feel with others, restoration requires ultimately restoring the survivor to the original situation before the violations occurred. This chapter points out that religious institutions owe reparations due to complicity in institutional racism through missionary colonialism and religious oppression, equating European identity with Christianity, righteousness, and purity, thereby creating anti-Blackness. It then calls on Unitarian Universalism to look at its own history of oppression and exploitation of Black people, Indigenous people, and people of color, and to learn about redress models being proposed. Unitarian Universalism itself has a conflicting history of resisting slavery and supporting the civil rights movement. Our own minister, Jean Bridges, marched in Selma in 1965, but it also carries the stain of Unitarian minstrel shows and the empowerment controversy, suppressing Black voices and participants in the movement. It is estimated that following the controversy of the late 60s and early 70s, over 1,000 Black Unitarian Universalists left the denomination. The first principle has not always been supported for African Americans and people of color. We must do better. Most recently, the formation of Blue, Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism, has given birth to a new community using reparations monies paid to Blue by the UUA as a result of promises made but not delivered by the UUA in the 1970s. Providing opportunities together with other Unitarian Universalists who are Black, Indigenous, people of color is critical, and congregations are encouraged to provide increased ongoing administrative and travel support to DRUM, Blue, Trust, and Equal Access, the organizations currently representing many of the people whose identities are marginalized in Unitarian Universalism. The key takeaway from this chapter is this statement: the same energy, foresight, determination, capacity for organization, invention, and passion displayed in the European conquest of the world should be brought to bear in the dismantling of its oppressive, ecocidal, and genocidal practices. Mahalo